In a recent survey conducted by Princeton Review, 76% of students and parents reported high levels of stress over the admissions process. Boy, do I remember that. No surprise here. The biggest worry was about the level of debt that you would take on as you go to college. Rob Franek from Princeton Review here to talk more about the survey, New York's free tuition plan, and colleges that are certainly worth a second look. So thanks for being here this morning.
Good to be here, Dan.
Let's talk first about the survey. What did you find to be the most revealing aspect of this survey?
This is the 15th year that we've been conducting this survey.
Right.
It's called College Hopes and Worries, and we found out that students and parents agreed 100% of the time on that biggest concern, that biggest worry was the level of debt that students would incur to actually pay for college.
Right, what you're leaving college with.
Absolutely.
And the thousands of dollars that you're going to be in. Can you get a job that's actually going to pay that debt off? New York State certainly is now working on that free tuition plan. There's a little bit of a caveat. You got to work in the state, stay in the state afterwards.
Absolutely.
But what are your thoughts on this plan?
Such a coup for students. I mean, when you start to think about your parents making, or your family making $120,000 or less, and then tuition for any CUNY and any SUNY school being free is such a great coup for students. And you're right, there's caveats for staying in state, but really just an amazing deal financially for a student.
But it also helps you get a job. I mean, in the state, you go to the city school, the state school, and then they'll help you get the job as well.
Absolutely. And we read about 4 CUNY schools in the book and 6 SUNY schools in the book, so all doing that same thing. Are you getting internships in college when you're here in town, and then are you getting jobs after you graduate?
So what are some of the top-rated public schools in New York State that people can go to?
A couple. Binghamton, Stony Brook here in town, Maritime up in the Bronx is also in colleges that pay you back, so those are just a few. And then, of course, 4 of the big CUNY schools, from Baruch to Brooklyn College, Hunter College, and then, of course, City College uptown.
Now, in your latest book, Colleges That Pay You Back, you reveal some great choices, such as the best school for, say, career placement. So everybody's wondering, what school is that? How do I sign up? Where do I go?
Sure. And it's MIT this year. And it's been the usual suspect on
They're
that
usually
list.
on a list.
They are, but for good reason. I mean, it's super competitive to get in, but once you're there, you're really starting early using the career development and career resources at MIT to make sure you're getting the right internships and then hopefully jobs after you graduate.
And because that whole thought of debt is in everybody's mind, what are the best schools in the area for financial aid packages?
Well, the #1 school in our book this year is Pomona College, which is out in a little south of Los Angeles. Now, a $62,000 sticker cost. However, the average grant day that they're giving back, money you don't have to pay back, is a little over $42,000, bringing that cost down to just a bit over $20,000, which students could typically expect to pay.
Are the interest rates changing? Or are they still high?
They're high, but I do think for a student, particularly for students' loans, that's still a pretty agreeable deal for students that have to take on some debt. Yeah.
And then the best part about getting a job is that you can usually find an internship that will lead to a job. So what exactly are the best schools for internships? #1 on our list for best internships is Bentley University, which is about 15 miles outside of Boston, about 4,200 students. Exceptional school, undergraduate school of business. They have something called the Bentley Link, which is their career services for students to get internships and apply for those internships when they're at Bentley. And then the best thing the last thing real quick, 10 seconds, the best for the alumni relations.
Oh, it's Wabash College, which is an all-male college, just a little over 900 students in Wabash, in Crawfordsville, Indiana. Awesome school and incredible alumni connections. Yeah.
Okay, Rob, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Rob Franek. Obviously, we have a lot to talk about on our website as well. The book is called Colleges That Pay You Back. Check out Princeton's Review's latest edition. We'll have a lot more still ahead.